This is Avery, Abe, and Taylor explaining the differences between mitosis and meiosis.
We will soon see a somatic cell, also known as a body cell, and a germ cell, which are found in sex organs, undergo meiosis. Here are the key differences between the two processes. Mitosis occurs in one step, whereas meiosis occurs in two steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Mitosis produces two diploid cells, meaning that each cell has two of each chromosomes, one from each parent. Meiosis produces four haploid cells, meaning that each cell has only one copy of each chromosome. Mitosis occurs in body or somatic cells. Meiosis occurs in the germ cells of the sex organs. Mitosis occurs throughout a person's life, whereas meiosis occurs only after puberty, once during each ovulation for women and constantly for men. Mitosis is a form of asexual reproduction, whereas meiosis is sexual reproduction. Hey guys,
The first stage of mitosis is prophase. This is when the nuclear envelope breaks down, causing the nucleolus to disappear. DNA also condenses in prophase. Lastly, spindle fibers extend and grow from the centriole, going towards the center of the cell. The second stage of mitosis is metaphase. In metaphase, the spindle fibers attach to the centromeres, the center of the chromosomes of each chromosome, aligning them on the cell equator. The third stage of mitosis is anaphase. Anaphase is the stage in which each of the chromosomes' sister chromatids separate and are pulled by the spindle fibers to opposite cell poles. The fourth and final stage of mitosis is telophase. Amid telophase, the spindle fibers fall apart. There's also an identical set of chromosomes on each side of the cell that nuclear membranes start to form around. The chromosomes also begin uncoiling. Cells both enter and leave mitosis diploid.
Nice. The process of meiosis produces four haploid cells from one diploid cell. It occurs in the sex organs and is the process through which germ cells divide and become gametes. It happens in two steps. In the first, called meiosis 1, the parent cell divides into two haploid daughter cells with similar but not identical DNA. In prophase 1, the nucleus breaks down. Chromatin, free-floating DNA in the nucleus, condenses into chromosomes. The DNA has already been replicated, meaning that the chromosome contains two chromatids, each of which is nearly a perfect copy of the other. The centrosomes move to the opposite sides of the cell. Protein fibers, called spindle fibers, assemble from the centrosomes, which are made of two centrioles, which are small cylindrical organelles. The homologous chromosomes begin to pair up. Homologous chromosomes are pairs of chromosomes of nearly identical DNA, one of which comes from the mother and one from the father. The homologous pairs cross over, and enzymes take DNA from one and replace it with DNA from the other, ensuring genetic diversity. In metaphase 1, homologous chromosomes are lined by spindle fibers. The fibers attach to the centromere, which is a small pinched region of the chromosome right at the center. The alignment is random, meaning that although each pair has one chromosome from each parent, both sides of the alignment contain chromosomes from both parents. This is called independent assortment. In anaphase 1, the spindle fibers pull the homologous pairs apart and toward opposite sides of the cell. In telophase 1, the nuclei form and the cell undergoes cytokinesis, dividing it into two diploid cells. In this next step of the process, meiosis 2, the two cells each divide, producing four haploid cells. Pardon me, by the way. The cells produced at the end of telophase 1 are haploid. In prophase 2, the nuclear envelopes begin to break apart, the centrosomes move to the opposite sides of the cell, and spindle fibers begin to form. In metaphase 2, the chromosomes are lined along one axis by the spindle fibers, which attach to the centromere of each chromosome. In anaphase 2, each chromosome is pulled apart by the spindle fibers, separating sister chromatids. A chromatid is one half of a chromosome of duplicated DNA, but each chromatid contains a complete copy of DNA. In telophase 2, the nuclei form and the cells each undergo cytokinesis. This produces four haploid cells, each with only one set of DNA, some of which from the father and some of which is from the mother.